Hello, loves. Welcome to Astera Tarot. This is a new channel where I will be doing readings focused on the North and South nodes in your chart. This reading is for the North node in Taurus, South node in Scorpio. And the important thing about our North and South nodes is our North node basically dictates our destiny in this life, what we are meant to work towards, the skills and the approach to life we're meant to develop in this lifetime. It is our karma. And I think that that's often neglected on these channels and in these readings that we find on YouTube. And this is important for a number of reasons. Obviously, it really dictates our North Node, that is, it dictates, what sort of challenges we face in this lifetime and what the universe is pushing us towards developing. Our South Node is basically what we've already acquired. It comes from our previous life, if you believe in that. And if you don't, then it just means that it's, the innate abilities that you carry within you. You may find it very easy to be a very organized person, or you may find it easy to, understand people on a deep emotional or psychological level. These are just examples. Those are your innate capabilities that you carry with you, and in astrology, that has to deal with what you've already attained in a previous life. So I want to focus on this reading, the Taurus North Node and Scorpio South Node, which we moved into in January. And so we will all feel the effects of it, but particularly those who have their North Node in Taurus and their South Node in Scorpio will do so. So I've already pulled a spread, and one thing about my channel is that I do not shuffle cards on camera. I tend to pull them and sit with them for a little bit and meditate on them before I come on camera. And I'll just explain to you a little bit about what the North Node in Taurus means. And again, these are our nodes of destiny, you can call them our North Star. So we haven't had this alignment with the North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio since 2014. It happens, the nodes shift every 18 months and pretty much gives us our astrological energy for that time frame. And so we haven't had this alignment since 2004. So this is going to be this reading will resonate with those who have their North Node in Taurus for the next 18 months. So Taurus represents, the finer things in life, our finances. Scorpio is also a house of finances, but it usually relates to the finances of others. Taurus is our own ability to make money and how we work with that, right? And how we handle that and how we balance it. And we have a financial card here that I will read and explain to you about, moving towards the elements of your North Node is quite difficult. It is challenging because you're not used to these skills. So it's something you have to develop. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. Um, Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Venus is ruled by a higher octave um, of Venus, whereas Taurus is ruled by a more earthy plane. So anything that deals with the senses, good food, you know, good company, a beautiful home. Taurus tends to also, try to, they don't want to delve into the deep like Scorpio. They try to push those issues aside. And in one way, that's good because it allows them, to maintain a high vibration, right? And they don't get stuck in that cups energy and all the emotions as Scorpio does, right? So this time for people with the North Node in Taurus, your innate capabilities is aligned with Scorpio. So it is a time to release those and try not to fall back on those Scorpion traits, which can deal with other people's money, right? It can deal with really deep emotions and sort of lingering. Scorpio is the of all the water signs, Scorpio is like sort of like the swampy waters. So not to linger in that mucky water, right? It serves its purpose, but it's time to let go of that. Scorpio can react very intensely. They can be very when they're pushed to their limits, they tolerate quite a bit, but when they are pushed to their limits, they will sting. So I'm picking that up in this reading a lot, where you have to hold back on those emotions. For the next 18 months, you have to really meditate before you react. So really think about how you want to approach certain emotional situations before just reacting, which can be really hard for Scorpios or for those with heavy Scorpio placements in their chart. So Taurus is very much about luxury. It's about indulgence and decadence. It is very much about matters of the heart and romantic commitments. So I think that will play a large role in the next 18 months, and how you move about, romance and your commitments. That could be financial, that could be family, that can be your soul's purpose. You'll need to do so in a very earthy way, in a very balanced, realistic way, and separate the emotions from those things. Another thing is that Taurus is also ruled, by the bull. Sorry, not ruled, but the imagery, right, in the zodiac of Taurus is the bull. And bulls tend to see red when they become irked, right? Which means that their emotions can go from 0 to 100. And again, very similar to Scorpio in that way with the scorpion sting. So really, really be careful of that in the next 18 months. Just trying to think of if there's anything else. I think the focus for the next 18 months is going to be very much on the material world, on the pleasures, on career opportunities, and yes, on relationships. And, looking within to find what's important to you. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, it's also about looking into your heart. And so that's going to be very, very important. So, getting into the reading here, what I'm picking up is that for some of you, you're going to be taking a leap of faith uh, and moving forward with your heart on some matter. I'm not seeing necessarily romance in this reading. I'm seeing this is more to do with your stability, okay, and becoming independent. I feel like that's going to be a focus for people with the North Node in Taurus. Your independence, enjoying life with friends and family, and meeting people, of course. I will clarify and I will add some more cards to see what the romance sort of indicates. But so to start, what we have is the Nine of Crystals. And on this card, it reads, this relates to, I just pulled to clarify for some of you so you can see, it's the Nine of Pentacles. And what it indicates is security and abundance. And I believe that you're going to be taking a leap of faith in some sort of work endeavor, becoming more independent in the work that you do, perhaps launching a project, a business, balancing your finances a little bit better. What you do have to be careful with the North Node in Taurus is not to, become excessive in spending. You're going to want finer things. You're going to want those brand new shoes. You're going to want, to buy a car, whatever it is. So you want to be really, really careful with those things. And I think a part of that is going to come through raising your vibration through perhaps some meditation. And I think before you decide to go and splurge, I think you need to sit down and meditate. That would be a wise choice. I'm just going to see here as well if there's any more details that I want to add in terms of the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I think, again, to reiterate what I just sort of said, you're going to want to use discernment during this time, especially with your finances. It also means prudence. So, and I believe that's linked to your material security. Moving forward, we do have the Three of Shells, okay, which corresponds to the Three of Cups. And that is indicating that this time will bring some playfulness and some bliss into your life. I think you're going to be looking, again, Taurus is about, earthly pleasures and sensual pleasures. So I think you are definitely going to be seeking that out in the next 18 months. You're going to want to be playful, you're going to sort of, for people in the Northern Hemisphere, you're going to see, the summer as, the summer of love, and you're going to go out there and you're going to be playful. You're going to want to indulge in new adventures, maybe explore your city. This to me is also a very artistic card, the Three of Cups. It's emotions being celebrated, it's being brought forth and displayed for other people. So I think you're going to, and Taurus is also about the arts being ruled by Venus. So I think you're going to begin to, approach some sort of art project. You're going to get involved with arts. You're going to want to be surrounded by art and whether that be music, photography, or the fine arts. That's going to be really important to you, and I think that's going to be very grounding for you. It's going to help you work through your emotions. So I would highly suggest getting more involved in the arts during this time. Even if you're not producing the art or you're not the one creating, just being around the arts, go to a museum, go to your local museum. Like I said, go explore, maybe your city. Go be, again, Taurus is about nature, right? And nature is a form of art. Like the flowers and the ocean. So be around nature is going to be really, really grounding for you in the next 18 months. Kindness is also sticking out to me with these dolphins. So being really kind and friendly to others, being kind and friendly to yourself first as well. Okay? That's really, really important. Next, we have the Four of Feathers, which corresponds to the Four of Swords. Again, meditate. Meditation is going to be very important for you to ground those emotions, to help you move past those scorpion tendencies that you tend to fall back on. So meditation is key. Clearing your mind, doing things that will help to clear your mind. Perhaps staying away from certain individuals that trigger you. Just taking a little break might be healthy. The Four of Swords in this deck is depicted by a bear. Although the bear doesn't look like it's hibernating per se because it's surrounded by flowers and feathers. So it's almost like he looks very serene, and it feels like he's very much exposed. So you might, people might see you as being very serene during this time as well if you do the work, right? If you follow the North Node and you do the work, people will see you as very, very serene. I am going to read this card because I'm being drawn to the Raise Your Vibration, because I believe that this is what this reading is about here. And it says that your intuitive feelings are accurate and messages from the angels. So moving into the Taurus energy doesn't mean that you need to let go of your Scorpion intuition, because water signs, as we know, have very deep intuition. It doesn't mean neglecting that. You want to keep the higher vibration of Scorpio with you. So definitely maintain your intuition. Just take a little bit of rest before making any sort of movement or, reacting in certain emotional situations. You're going to want to just take a time out, right? If that means not replying to a text message right away and taking your time to sit with the emotions and reply when you're ready, that is absolutely okay. Just because somebody texts you doesn't mean that you have to text them back right away. You're not obligated to text back right away. Take your time and think about it, and think about what is best for you and your security and your stability. So I'm going to read Raise Your Vibration. So it reads, you've sought to communicate with your loving angels, and this card is proof that you've already begun to meet them. This is your answer. You're surrounded by angels. By meditating on the image of Frangipani, also known as plumeria, which is this flower here. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So by meditating on this image, you can raise your vibration, which makes communication with the angels incredibly easy. Pay close attention to any thoughts, feelings, sounds, or visions that you receive, as these are very real signs from the angels. If you have trouble interpreting the signals you receive, simply ask for greater clarity. These heavenly beings want to interact with you in an effective and comforting way, so they're happy to take direction to ensure you're getting their messages loud and clear. The additional meanings to this card are: keep up the good work. Your intuition is becoming more accurate. Enjoy regular meditation. Work with the healing energies of crystals. Very beautiful North Node and Tauruses. Okay. So I am going to pull maybe some additional cards. Now the only Cups card, and what I did want to mention, the only element we're missing here is fire. You know what? I think I'm going to read this leap of faith, because to me, I just caught the glimpse of that lightning behind her. It looks to me like lightning. It may not be. It might just be the sun shining through. In whichever event, both sort of connect me to fire, and the idea of taking a leap of faith, is also very. It reminds me of the fire signs, the very bold action. So I'm going to read this guidance for you as well before I clarify for love. So this is Ain or Aini. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Perhaps you guys can clarify for me in the comments. If you know how to pronounce it, that would be great. Okay, so this card is about the leap of faith. So take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecision is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, go on nature walks, and make your decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision, and doors will successively open as if by magic. The magic you see is that you've set your mind to accomplish something, and this intention is what sets you on your magical journey. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intention is clear and right for you. And then take a leap of faith and jump fully and squarely into the midst of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay a moment longer. Oh, okay, the pronunciation is Anya. Just found it here. So, about Anya. Anya is a powerful Celtic goddess and fairy queen who gave birth to incarnated fairies from her romances with mortal men. Anya is revered in Ireland for helping to grow crops and oversee animals. That is very, very Taurus energy. Just to let you know, the earthy, very earthy. You can call upon Anya when you need additional guidance and the courage to take risks. So what I've gathered from here is that these next 18 months or I should say really 16 months, because the North Node shifted in January. For this next approximately 16 months, I think the focus for you is going to be a lot of meditation, a lot of thinking about how you can bring stability into your life, what that looks like for you. Okay, thinking of a new project, thinking of developing a new business, thinking of how you can build your own emotional security, right? So that's going to be the focus. I just want to see, in terms of love, if there's any messages here. I just under the deck. It's the Queen of Swords. So a Libra could be watching this, and this could be a significant message for you. A Libra with a North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio. That could be significant. So I'm just going to, oh, a few cards fell. I'm not going to get them, but I will tell you which one flipped over. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning and stability. A solid offer. So if this is in terms of love, this can be a solid offer. I'll keep it here. I've decided that I will keep it here. Oh wow. And the other three cards are there we have the fire, right? We have the 2 fire that came up. We Leo. We have the 5 of Wands. That could be it can be an internal battle, I feel, with your passions and what you desire. Externally, it can be either people fighting for your attention, fighting each other. It could be people gossiping, okay, and wreaking havoc in your life. But either way, the sun trumps that. So you don't have to worry. And then we have the Cancer card, where you're taking full control. You're taking reins. You're moving far away from that, and you're leaving all of that behind, because it doesn't matter to you. Okay? This can mean a new car as well. I feel like it may have been a struggle for you to purchase a car, and you found joy because during this time period you may be able to purchase your first car. That might be for somebody out there. So, and right under the deck, sorry, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, in terms of love, that could be somebody with a love offer. However, it's the Knight of Cups. It's not the King, and it's not an Emperor. You may have an offer, a sincere offer, but you may not be interested in it during this time period. You might just be too focused on your work, which is completely fine. Okay. The 9 of Wands. Okay, yeah, you seem a little bit closed off. You seem a little hesitant to receive love, whoever this is for out there. You may want it, but you've been through a battle, and it's a little bit difficult for you right now to receive love, and that's okay. You may have to, it looks like you have to focus on some other things. You need to focus on everything we've been talking about, right? Your stability and your success in this life, and your financial well-being and your physical well-being. So you may not be ready to receive love at this time. You may also have to put up some boundaries with people. So like that Knight of Cups, you may get offers. You will likely get offers during this time. But they're not going to, check off all those boxes, basically. They won't check off all those boxes for you. So I think you're going to be putting up your defenses. But this card is also a card of strength in the face of adversity. So if you've been really challenged with love relationships, I think you've built a lot of strength. And we did see the sun, and the sun is Leo, it's the lion, the lioness, right? So I think you've definitely built up a lot of strength. And I think that once you get your house in order, um, meaning your stability, your finances, for some of you, you could be moving. You could be buying a home, you could be renting a new space that is more aligned with you and that gives you more comfort. Um, I think once you get those things in order, and then that real offer is going to come in, the one that you're looking for. Okay, it's just this is a time of putting in the work. We're here on earth to learn, to develop our skills constantly, just like we do in our careers. It also, that also translates into our love lives as well. We have to do the work, but it all comes from us internally. The work is on us and our abilities, right? So this is the reading. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be releasing more readings on the nodes in the coming week. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will share this page with friends and family, whoever might enjoy it. All my readings will be on the North Node. Okay, I'm not open for private readings yet, but I will be in the coming month, and I will let you know when that is going to happen. Okay, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a blessed day.